In this video, we're going to talk about Piaget's cognitive development stages. So we're going to talk in class about schemas, assimilation, and accommodation. This is his 4 distinct cognitive stages, and we'll go more in depth with examples, videos, experiments, all that in class. But this is just the basic definitions for the 4 stages. So the first stage you need to know about is the sensory motor stage. And for each of these, it helps if you look at the title to know what goes on. First, age ranges. So for the sensory motor stage, this is going to be from birth to 2 years. And what this stage really says, again, look at the title, sensory motor, sensations and movement. This says that infants know the world mostly in terms of their sensory impression and motor activities. So kids are going to try to grasp things and try to stick them in their mouths. That is what babies do. That is really how they start to make sense of the world. One thing you see in this stage developing, so they don't have it at the beginning of the stage, by the end they have it, kind of develops about 6 months of age, is something called object permanence. Object permanence is the awareness that things continue to exist even when not perceived. So even if you can't see it, it still exists. Before about 6 months age, they don't really have this. So if you want your 3-month-old to stop playing with something, you just hide it behind your back, and the kid doesn't realize it exists anymore. After object permanence develops, then they actually realize it still exists. They're going to keep looking for it. This is why peekaboo is so exciting for kids, because you actually disappear, you no longer exist, and then bam, you exist again. Fascinating for them. So object permanence develops during sensory motor stage. And you'll see a video connected to that in class. The next stage after sensory motor is pre-operational. And again, look at the title to know what it is. Pre-operational. This is before you have operations. And so this is from ages 2 to about 6 or 7. And what happens in this stage is this is when the child learns to use language, but cannot yet perform the mental operations of concrete logic. Again, pre-operational, before operation. So this is doing things in your head. Kids are not able to perform mental activities in their head. One thing that they have, or that they don't have, is conservation. So they have a lack of conservation in this stage. And conservation is the principle that properties such as mass, volume, and number remain the same despite changes in shapes. So this is an example of this would be if you have 2 kids and you're giving each one a cookie, and one of the kids, their cookie breaks in 2. If you have a pre-operational child who sees the other person's cookie break in 2, they're going to say, that's not fair. They have 2 cookies now. I only have 1. They can't realize that even though it's 2 cookies instead of 1, it's 2 smaller cookies. They can't realize that the mass stayed the same. It's still the same amount of cookie, even though it's been broken in half. In their mind, 2 is greater than 1, so the other kid has more cookie. That would be an example of not having conservation. So there are a lot of conservation tasks. You're going to see a couple of them in class, and kids failing them or passing them based on how old they are. Something else that you tend to see, so you do not have conservation, but something you do have in this stage is egocentrism. So egocentrism is when the child has difficulty, a pre-operational child, taking another's point of view. This is why a little kid, like a 4 or 5-year-old, will stand right in front of the TV. The reason they do that is they don't realize they're blocking you. If they can see the television, everyone can see the television. This would be a 5-year-old getting on the phone with grandma and saying, do you like my shirt? In that kid's mind, if she knows what her shirt is, then grandma knows what her shirt is too. If she sees it, everyone must see it. If she knows it, everyone must know it. Now, by the time you are at the end of the pre-operational stage, you get over this egocentrism a little, and you start to develop what they call a theory of mind. Theory of mind is people's ideas about their own and others' mental states. It's about their feelings, perceptions, and thoughts, and the behaviors these might predict. So if you have theory of mind, you're able to think about other people's thoughts. So there is a experiment connected to this called the Sally Ann test, as well as another one called the M&M test. They measure the same thing that look at this theory of mind. And so at the end of the pre-operational stage, when you're getting over that egocentrism, you're able to pass those tests to show that you've developed a theory of mind. And we'll talk in class about a disorder that makes you never really develop theory of mind. So that is it for the pre-operational stage. After that, you have developed operations, which means the next stage is called concrete operational. And the age range for this is going to be from 6 to 7 to about 11 years old. And what happens in the concrete operational stage is that children gain the mental operations that enable them to think logically about concrete events. So they become very logical thinkers in this stage. Basically, once you can pass the theory of mind test, once you can pass the conservation test, you are in the concrete operational stage. We're not going to go into as much detail about that stage. And the final stage you should know about is the formal operational stage. And this is going to be from 11 or 12 for the rest of your life. You should be in the formal operational stage. And what happens in this stage is that people begin to think logically about abstract concepts. So this is when you can have abstract thinking. We'll talk about an example of this. We'll do an experiment together connected to formal operational thinking. But this is the more hypothetical, if-then, reasoning through potential consequences, something you can't have when it's just concrete operations you're able to do. So these are Piaget's 4 stages. The definitions you should know: sensory motor, when you use sensations and motor skills, with object permanence, developing. Pre-operational, when you do not have operations yet, you have conservation, or you do not have conservation, you have egocentrism, and you do not have theory of mind that develops. Concrete operational and formal operational. So these last 2 are no sub-definitions. These 2 do have sub-definitions to connect with it. Again, we will talk about a lot of examples in class, go over several videos, but these are the basic definitions that should be in your notes.